Hi guys, thanks for tuning back in. So, core value number 5, the room is on fire. So, this is kind of my favorite core value in terms of the meaning behind the name and what it means. And yeah, it's really, really interesting. And if you can nail this, really helps you with the drama triangle as well to a certain extent. So, just talk through this. The room is on fire. Now, if the room is on fire, we do not shout that the room is on fire. Instead, we find the nearest fire extinguisher. Then, if we don't know how to work the fire extinguisher, we look for the instructions. If we find the instructions and they're in a different language, we utilize one of the team who can speak that language. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's in French and no one speaks French. It means that if we can leverage the skills of other people, then we do that, but we do that after exhausting our own knowledge. So ultimately, we solve problems. Okay, so we get the facts, we state the issues correctly and succinctly, and we ask the right questions. We engage in unrestricted but efficient debate, and we listen carefully to all arguments. The next course of action is based on relevant facts and persuasive arguments, and it will align to the iGen way. Then responsibility is assigned to next steps. There's agreed course of action, and that is executed on promptly and well ahead of deadlines, so further unforeseen issues can be awoken before they have a chance to push back deadlines. Progress is followed up at the next meeting, and ultimately, this is something that's really important, not just in iGen, but for your own business. Velocity in decision making is often as important as the quality of decision. Other times, protracted contemplation is warranted in order to get the right outcome. The important thing is that decisions are not avoided, which only serves to cause long-term mental fatigue and reduce growth. Experience counts here, and it's an art, not a science. So there's quite a lot in that last little paragraph. And ultimately, a lot of times, simply making a decision quickly and potentially making the wrong decision. But making that quickly, you'll figure out that it's the wrong decision and then be able to move and make a better decision with information you have. So ultimately, just making a decision is very, very important. Other times, you do need to contemplate on certain things. But ultimately, the important thing is that decisions are just not avoided, because that basically only serves to disempower you and move you out of core focus as well. So experience does count here, and it is an art, not a science. So a really good example of this is quite recently with me. Well, I can talk I can talk through a couple of experiences. So ultimately, my Amazon business had fallen foul of an IP claim, counterfeit without test buy. We had bought unwittingly a private label product that was, I'm sure you guys are all aware of that. Ultimately, our team implemented this core value of the room is on fire. So we don't panic, Mr. Mannering. We don't panic. We look for the nearest fire extinguisher. And if that doesn't work or we don't know how to operate it, we look for other resources. So we move in core power. Ultimately, we were deactivated for a couple of days whilst I was on holiday. However, I was pretty relaxed about it. I knew that we'd done everything we could, put things in place to fix it. And ultimately, we've now fixed that. That has been removed from our account health, and we've moved on. So ultimately, that's one of my favorite core values in terms of how it does pull the rest of them together. And ultimately, I just really like the way that's tied up. So the room is on fire, our final core value. So hopefully that has been useful. and you've enjoyed that, and it's given you a little bit of an insight into how we work at iGen. And if you align with any of that, then great. Feel free to implement that in your own business, your own lives. And yeah, hopefully that was valuable to you. Have a great day and speak to you soon. Take care.